Yobachi 2007 back at you with another one. We're going to be starting off this video. We're going to see a vulgar sexual display. So if you got kids around, you want to move them out, go ahead. It's going to be in pictures, but it's still pretty vulgar. So I gave you that warning before we get started looking at this. All right, let me hit this. So there's a video out there for it. You can go find the video if you want to. But I just did a few picture steals because I didn't want to run the video on here. And you can see this is in a grocery store. Dude coming down the aisle. There's a woman here. You can see her legs. It's a white woman. You can't tell from this, but I've seen the video as I've said. And these two ragamuffins, these strong, independent black women who you can't tell nothing. This is what they choose to go do out in public for a public demonstration. For what? Some TikTok likes of showing what low class, low grade, just throwaways they are. And they're really going at it, gawking on this hot dog, gagging on it back and forth between the two of them. They go out in public to do a pornographic display in front of people while they're at the store just trying to shop. These are the same women who want to go around with bonnets on, and then when somebody tells you to leave their store, they want to come back naked and protest and all this kind of stuff. These are empowered women with agency who have the agency to make the choice to go out in public and do this with no repercussions. And if you say anything to them about anything ever, you're the problem. You're problematic. You're toxic. It's toxic masculinity if a man looks at you from across the gym, but they're the ones who are going out and publicly putting on this display. And everybody else is the problem somehow except them. But they're so put upon and oppressed. But this is how they conduct themselves for public consumption. Before we go any further into this topic, and we've got some more videos and other pieces of material to show you, please like this video up. I really need you to hit that like button. It's free. Also subscribe and consider coming back for more by hitting that bell. We're going to get right back to the program. So here's another display of what they do in public in these stores. Here you go. They just open up the food in the store. This broad with 8 things coming out of her face, looking like some kind of villain out of a horror film. And they're just opening up all the food in the store, eating it, having this child participate in this degenerate behavior, just complete entitlement that they believe that they have the right to just conduct themselves any kind of way, to steal from others, to act this big a fool and act with no dignity whatsoever. And everybody, again, nobody can say anything to them. You say a word to them, you say a word about them, you hate women, you hate your mother, you hate black women, but we're supposed to want people who behave like this and demonstrate themselves like this and go out and represent our race as a whole in this kind of way. And then where this pushback, this is what you get. So here's a black-owned restaurant, the Turkey Leg Hut in Houston.
Okay, so we come to Turkey Leg Hut. Bitch, if y'all got a dress code, no, Turkey Leg. Damn, look, I don't go on social media about it, but bitch, y'all got a dress code, then don't serve no fucking food. Simple. So the dress code was no Bonnie. They okay, the clothes I had on was cool, but they was crying about a Bonnie. Girl, what the fuck?
Well, that's my question to you. It's their place. It's their rules. If you don't like it, don't go there. You want to go walk around with head underwear on, looking like a complete and utter fool, and you want people to just accept whatever you want to do in their establishment with no respect for anything, no respect for public decorum. They want anything to just be any kind of way and it to be the wild, wild west. And it's these same modern women, these same fourth wave feminist intersectionalists, I'm oppressed, I can do whatever I want. You can't tell me nothing. Same type of women. And here are the two owners of the Turkey Leg Hut talking about the dress code entirely, not just about bonnets.
Kind of like off in the hood, damn near. You got this new dress code that I saw go like
it's not new.
It was
no, it's not. It's not
no,
new.
let me tell you this. Let me please let me break down this dress code.
Let this go viral.
Please let me break down this dress code. The dress code was implemented simply because in all of the years that we have been in business, we never had to implement a dress code. We never have to tell people how to act. We never had to do anything like that. Now it came to a point where you have people coming in just wearing any and everything. And you can visibly see other customers bothered by what these people have on. As a man, he was bothered.
Like, damn.
A lot of times people say, oh, she implemented the dress code because she didn't want her looking at women and da-da-da-da. It was him. It was his idea.
I ain't gonna lie.
These women coming in there like streetwalkers. They're coming in there like they just came off the pole at the strip club and think it's okay to be in public any kind of way and that everybody else is supposed to endure you and they have no respect for anything or anyone. This is what they come to your establishment doing. And they think they have a right, the entitlement. The entitlement. And this is what's out here for black men to deal with. These are the women who are running circles around us, who we need to step up and catch up with them. This is what we're supposed to be catching up with. This is what they're out there complaining about. Everything black women do, people have a problem with it. This is what they think they have a right and an entitlement to do. This is what they go out and do at the white establishments. Then all the Walmarts start closing down because they're eating food live in the Walmart and being vulgar and disgusting. And then they claim they're trying to starve the black people. Oh, that's what it is. Let's see what also happens at the black establishment. We already showed you the Turkey Leg Hut, black-owned establishment. This is a black Jamaican woman with her own business down in Jamaica, providing a shelter, providing cabins or for people to stay in when they travel to Jamaica. Let's hear what she has to say.
African people stay here, Jamaican people stay here, white people stay here, Spanish people stay here, and black Americans stay here. I'm not saying not all black Americans are bad, but the ones that came to my place have been nothing but problem. Only 2 good ones came here, all of them. Fight late at night, not with me, with each other. They're disrespectful, they're entitled, they're unappreciative, because America has spoiled them and give them so much free shit.
Disrespectful, entitled, spoiled, free. Who we know gets, who are the highest percentage of people to get free stuff in America from the government? Black single mamas. Black single. Yes, there's more white women on welfare. We know this because they're the majority. Highest percentage of people on welfare, black women who are apparently running circles around us. And notice this sister here says she takes black African folks and black people from all other places, but from America, that's where the problem is. And I bet you we can know who the main ones are because you can look in the comments of these videos. This one's on Twitter. You can look in the comments and see who's doing most of the hollering and having a big problem with this. Black women. Because they know they're the ones who are arguing and fighting. One of the things that was also happening, people would come and stay at her place for 4 days and then call back afterwards. And because a doorknob was loose on a cabinet in the kitchen in the cabin, they want a full refund for the whole 4 days that they stayed at this place. They want this woman to get no income. They want to use her facility for 4 days and then have the audacity to believe that she should get no income for their use of her facility. Who have you been with personally? Because I've been with them at the restaurant at a table after they eat half the meal and then ask for a full refund on their dinner. Who does that? Who does that? This entitlement and victim Olympics culture that has arisen amongst fourth wave black feminists is destruction to our society. But what men must do, first of all, we must lead and not keep making excuses and stop and not continue to share in their victimhood while they act a wild banshee fool like we've seen in these various clips here. Number one, and we need to take leadership of our community. Number two, We need to not accept this from them. We need to not accept this in our personal relationships, in our personal life. This kind of notion that some black men even accept, where they accept women badgering them and hollering at them and talking to them crazy and flipping out on them, and you think it's cute or you think it's sexy or you think it's spicy. It's not. This is outrageous behavior by entitled children in adults' bodies, and you shouldn't accept it. And third and foremost, if we're since we're not accepting this behavior in our relationships, if these women refuse to change or be better, then we just understand our impetus to go find other women who will live up to par. There are black women who are on point, and we're grateful for those, but we also understand that we should not accept just anything from these women. This is some very disturbing behavior, and this culture that accepts this has got to stop. Please hit the like button, move this video through the algorithm, subscribe, hit the bell to come back for more. You're watching 2007. Until the next one, I'm out.